Alright guys, we're just out on the TSE 250 at the moment. We're just testing the new advanced flywheel. If you followed me on Instagram, you will have seen the time-lapse video. I'll switch it off. You'll have seen this time-lapse video what I did, or put out last night. And just had a quick razz around the village. The bike's now warm. Initially, well, at the moment, I just don't know if I can feel any difference or not with the advanced flywheel key. I think it's a 4-degree advance. Yeah, so let's get going. We'll see where today takes us, and I'll give you my feedback on this flywheel key. And is it any good? It's got to be somewhere near now. Come on, here it comes. Coal train, look of it. Yep. Nice some deep water coming up. Let's get the feet up. So all this deep stuff. Get through here quickly. I'm just in one of my little play areas at the moment. Bit out of way. So I've done a little bit of riding so far, about an hour. Somebody's been down here. My impressions so far with the flywheel are it's marginal as to how much more punch it gives the engine. I wasn't expecting it to be a rocket ship by any means. But I don't know what I expected, to be honest. I mean, this bike likes to be in the sort of mid-range and upwards. My camera recording? Yeah, we're still recording. Front end lifts up easy. Push his way through here. We're pulling third gear okay there, which is actually better than what it has done in past. Yeah, it certainly pulled third gear a lot better then. You know, we try to keep the noise down as well. We're not too far from civilization, as they say. And that's another thing, you can keep it in the higher gears and sort of get that traction. So we're just in third gear, just pulling along nicely up here. So we just switched over to the GoPro 7 and we've just been through a bit of a wooded area. Not sure if I really should have been there, but we've got out there. We've not caused any problem, we've just left. We're on this grassy, boggy area, sort of power sapping sort of stuff. Bit slippy. Try to pick out stones what are in the grass, so I'm trying to stay on track where the visible trail is. Try to stay where there's more traction. Very waterlogged as this ground at the moment. Way. Very slick. Back end loose there. I think it's time for a tyre change. Just be careful on this camber. Okay guys, we're back home, we're back in the workshop. We had to cut the ride short. I was hoping to be out for about 3 or 4 hours there, but I was out for a couple of hours. The front caliper started to bind on the disc, and as I was riding one of the tarmac sections I could feel it binding and obviously slowing me down to the point where I thought I'd better pull over here before it locks up. and a 15-minute wait there for the caliper and the disc to cool down so it'd release. I did manage to ride a few lanes on the way back, trying not to use the front brake, but I think what's happened with the front brake is that I've just over adjusted the lever slightly. It's just been holding the fluid down at the caliper end and not letting it return. But I have been out on 2 rides previous to this without an issue, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I've been dragging the brake a little bit, I don't know. We'll have to sort of investigate that a little bit more if we can. But what I'm going to do now is just sort of bleed the brake and also check the caliper as well, make sure there's no big lumps of dirt in there. But in relation to the advanced flywheel key, I think the difference is just slightly marginal. It's not a massive difference. The bike does feel a little bit stronger in the mid-range, certainly. I mean, this particular bike does like to be in sort of mid to high RPMs anyway. It's a bit like riding a 150, but with a little bit more grunt, if you know what I mean. What can I say? I think in a lot of respects the jury's still out. I need to ride it a bit more. I mean, I've had a lot of fun on it today, don't get me wrong, I've had a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah, is it worth doing? I don't know yet. Ask me when I've had a few more rides on it, but I'm happy it's on. I'm not in a rush to take it out. Didn't notice any sort of additional pinking of any different engine noise or anything like that, when the bike was getting hot or anything. Now somebody did warn me about listening to the engine and just making sure you're not getting any sort of pre-detonation, and the fact that I've got the high compression head on as well might sort of change things. But it seems to be work really well. But we're in a British winter at the moment, so it's fairly cool. What it'd be like in the warmer weather, I don't know. I don't know if that'll change things or not. But the jetting's good on it anyway. The power, power on the bike for a 30 horsepower bike, I'm quite happy with it. It pulls really well. Just talking about the mods that are on the bike, I mean, we've got the high compression head, thanks to Lee Ross, which just bumped it up that a little bit, and got a thinner base gasket on, and then the flywheel key, and then just the exhaust. We've got the 300 silencer on, which is longer than the standard 250. Thought I'd put one of them on because the original one was dented anyway. I've had it on a while now, this 300 silencer. So the bike is running really well, and just one of the other things as well is that I'm running a PWK carburetor on it as well now. I mean, I ran the Generation 2 XTNG carb for a long time, up until, well, over 200 hours, and just before the Valley's Light race I decided to try the PWK carb, which I sat on the shelf up here, and it runs better. It does run better with this PWK carb. It seems to rev out more. So that's one of the things, and yeah, I don't know. It seems to run cleaner, quite a lot cleaner. Maybe it's because I didn't get that XTNG Gen 2 fully dialed properly, I don't know. But the PWK carb is just really spot on at the moment, and that's got the NZ2W needle in with it's got a 40 pilot jet, and it's got a 165 main, and it runs really sweet. And I'm talking like we're at sea level here, we're about 50 feet, 60 feet above sea level in the UK. So running really well at the moment. Starts on the button every time, never misses a beat on the button. The starting system on the bike is just second to none. It's sort of excelled in terms of reliability. It's sort of excelled all my expectations as this bike. So back soon with something else. In fact, I'm at the Super Enduro this weekend, so I might see you there. Take care, guys.